Hello, my spicy friends. Today, we're going to take a look at the brand new Shadow Claw Feraligatr. Now, Shadow Claw was released just a couple hours ago, since it is the new Go Battle League season and all, and it turns out it's pretty good. Shadow Claw Feraligatr has a couple interesting qualities, such as being very fast, destroys a lot of the Mudboy Scarm cores, and is overall just a really good Pokemon. Yeah, it turns out when you give a Pokemon a really good charge move, a really good fast move, some cool stuff happens. And I want to, make a video discussing Shadow Claw Feraligatr before everyone starts making a video about Shadow Claw Feraligatr, because this is like actually some crazy new meta stuff. You know, you look it up on PvPoke, and I'm pretty sure it's ranked like 9th or something out of the entire Pokedex, which is insane. It's really good. It would be borderline criminal not to mention it. And so I decided to pair it up with Galarian Stunfisk and what's this Pokemon? Wishcash, yes. Why? Well, they just go together pretty well. Shadow Feraligatr has some play against grass types because it can reach Ice Beam at decent speeds, and Wishcash dies of grass types, but that's okay. Since Stunfisk loses to water types and fire types mostly, as well as ground types, and Shadow Feraligatr does pretty well against all three, I thought it was a pretty good choice to combine them. Now, I've seen some other people run different stuff with these Pokemon, but the cool thing about Shadow Feraligatr is it is a very flexible pick. You can kind of just, I also want to address, while we're talking about Shadow Feraligatr, its moves. I believe that Hydro Cannon and Ice Beam is the way to go, because it turns out that even a resisted Hydro Cannon does about as much as a neutral Crunch. So you're going to see right after I win this game here, okay, here we go. Here's some footage of me trying to get Ice Beam on Feraligatr. Takes a couple tries, but I think it's definitely worth it. Really opens up a lot of flexibility for Shadow Feraligatr, since now there's really not a lot that walls it. It's pretty crazy. As you can see, Game 2, my opponent is leading Xatu, which, isn't too crazy. There's always a lot of spice at the start of the season. I'm going to have some spice cooking soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, they're going to bring in Golem, which is something I was definitely not expecting, but fortunately, it turns out that I have a Pokemon that is capable of breaking the Mudslap Golem Xatu core, and his name is Feraligatr, baby, let's go. Now, I was actually a little excited to see this Golem, because it turns out Niantic has unlegacied Mudshot on quite a few Pokemon. I believe those are Kanto, Graveler, Golem, Diglett, and Dugtrio. And I don't believe that these are like necessarily crazy buffs, but it's cool that these pretty good fast moves are now publicly available again. I just wish at some point they'd give us Quick Attack Porygon back. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a little bit for that, I guess, at least until a mainline game gives us Quick Attack Porygon. Anyway, that's enough of a tangent. They're bringing in Rhydon, but, I think we all know what to do here. We're going to go for the Hydro Cannon, and just like that, Shadow Feraligatr deletes 2 Pokemon on a team, and it's still got some health left. Well, as it turns out, my opponent Rage Quit, which, I can't really blame them for. This is a bit of an unfair matchup. So I decided to go with the crazy strategy here of just going for Shadow Claw on Xatu because it'd be faster. Yeah, this isn't, I don't really have a whole lot of commentary to add here. This isn't super exciting, but I just want you guys to see Shadow Feraligatr delete so many Pokemon. It's insane. I honestly didn't, to tell you guys the truth, before Shadow Claw Feraligatr was analyzed further by a lot of people, I really wasn't expecting much from it. Like, I was thinking, okay, it's got a good fast move, but lots of Pokemon have good fast moves and decent charge moves, and yet they're unviable, or at least not commonly seen, because, we hear, I'm Spicy Gecko, I should be the one saying that this spicy Pokemon is good, or whatever. But, you know, it's a sad truth. A lot of Pokemon with good move pools just aren't what they're cracked up to be. But let me tell you, Shadow Feraligatr, it lives up to the hype. It is a Pokemon that I wasn't really expecting to be good, but when it dropped, I was... I'm on board, man. This thing is awesome. Anyway, as you can see, my opponent has decided to lead with a Shadow Victory Bell. Definitely one of the most skilled Pokemon of all time. We love to see Shadow Victory Bell. It's just so good. Anyway, they're going to switch to Swampert, catch the Rock Slide. Definitely a good call on my opponent's part. Good catch. So I'm going to respond by bringing in my boy Shadow Feraligatr. And as many of you may know by now, but some of you may not, I just want you to see this because Shadow Feraligatr destroys Swampert. It is such a good matchup for Shadow Feraligatr. I mean, they got to bait with the Hydro Cannon and then land the Earthquake, but Shadow Feraligatr is pretty fast. I think Swampert's going to be pretty scared of the Hydro Cannons coming its way because, well, Feraligatr resists Hydro Cannon, but Swampert does not, thanks to that ground typing. So it's going to get chunked a lot. Feraligator's just going to enjoy it. Let's see what comes back in. Let's see. Yep, it's Shadow Victory Bell. I was hoping to hit it with an Ice Beam, but we don't have enough energy for that. So we're going to have to settle for a resisted Hydro Cannon. And look at that damage, man. That is insane. Goodbye, Victory Bell. You know, I was expecting a Bastiodon on the back because, you know, that's a core, that's fun. But no, they have a Mandibuzz. So, yeah, we're just going to hit him with Hydro Cannon. That does less than I would have liked, but still okay, still okay. I'm going to shield this up, which may seem like an insane decision, but my plan is to fish for attack debuffs with Whiscash because, as you can see, it is a very, very skill-based strategy. I feel like I should make that clear. But yeah, we're going to just throw it out again, hope it lands, hope it chunks. Yeah, that was pretty close. So I'm just going to go for the Mud Bomb bait here. Very unfortunate that I was not able to get the, attack debuff. I'm repeating myself. Can you tell I don't have much to say here? There's really not much when it comes to something as bulky as Mandibuzz. Just gotta hope for the best. Like, wow, crazy man. That's such a fun Pokemon. Anyway, bait. Really hope they shield this. If they don't shield it, we may be in trouble. And luckily for us, they do decide to shield it, which is totally awesome. What is the plan? Alright. Scald. Scald, Scald, Scald. We win. Isn't that awesome, man? I love it. I love this game, you know? I really do enjoy Pokemon Go PvP. It's just that sometimes there's not a lot to say, but fortunately this game here is decently interesting. I do have some stuff to say about this one. So I'm going to make a play here, which may seem stupid if you don't understand it, but, well, you see, I have secret insider knowledge on Heatmore. You see, I've used Heatmore before in the Great League, kind of just messing around with it, having some fun. I think I used to use it as in the Azumarill Skarmory Core Breaker, because you see, the thing about Heatmore is that it has access to the charged move Thunder Punch, which, as you may expect, is pretty bad if we get hit by it. So obviously I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to shield Feraligatr, but it seems like they're just interested in baiting with Power Up Punch, which coincidentally is another move I ran on Heatmore. When it was, I think this was back in like 2020 or 2021, or whenever Go Battle League just came out. Yeah, it was like the start of 2020. I remember that. But the plan was, use Power Punch, hit him with a Thunder Punch, or bait with a Power Punch or something, because Power Punch is kind of cracked. Anyway, they're going to bring in Cacturne, which is a bit tricky for us to deal with, because Cacturne has access to Dynamic Punch, which is bad news for Stunfisk. So we are going to try to be quick here, knock him out with 2 Rock Slides, because Cacturne is made of paper. Boom. That hit pretty hard, but unfortunately we're not able to Mudshot down because Grass resists our Well, grass resists basically everything that we can damage him with, except for Rock Slide. But thankfully, my opponent went for a return. Interesting choice, trainer. We're going to hit him with the Rock Slide next, because that's going to do enough to knock him out. And what do they have in the back? They have a Cloyster. Alright, baby, we're going to hit him with another Rock Slide. That's awesome. All I really needed to do here to win. Or 2 Rock Slides, yeah, you know. I guess I'm a little disappointed I couldn't clear this game out with Shadow Feraligatr, but you know, it's not the bulkiest thing in the world, so I don't expect it to survive and wall the entire game, but that's okay, you know. If Pokemon really was that good, it would make the game boring. But thankfully, the Great League usually isn't boring like that. So, thank you all for watching, my spicy friends. I hope you all enjoyed this Shadow Feraligatr gameplay. It's a very good Pokemon, so rest assured you all will see a lot more of it in the future. So, remember you all, take care and stay spicy.